Rivalry games. Rivalry games. Great time of year. When you can play a rivalry game late in the season, I think it adds to the kids' overall experience because there's so much fun, excitement, emotion, passion that goes into that game, and then you come back and you have the tournament the very next week, you know. So it's a great time of year, and we're preparing hard, and the guys are, you know, getting ready. So we're excited to see, you know, how we can finish up strong and kind of build off of the effort, not the verdict of the last game, but the effort of the last game. So that's kind of where we're at in the big scheme of things, and looking forward to, you know, good practice today and then see how it translates tomorrow.
When you think about what Joe just done for this program, what sort of sticks out to you?
Oh, just his toughness and his grittiness and his, you know, his ability to, his confidence, I guess. You know, he's taking us on a roller coaster, you know, and roller coasters are fun. and he's gonna leave here, in my mind, a guy that gave me challenged me, but at the same time gave me a lot of joy and a lot of good memories. And as a human being, he's leaving UNLV, but he's not leaving my family because he's a special kid.
Do you like having a player? Do you really have a player you have to kind of rein in, so someone you have to kind of keep them butt for him?
Oh yeah, definitely. He's a gym rat and a guy that, you know, you want to say, okay, you know, let's try to, you know, reel this in a little bit as compared to trying to pull it out of somebody. And that's one of his characteristics that's going to make him, you know, successful in life. You know, I guess I'll segue right into Jordy. I know you guys want to get my thoughts on him. You know, when I think about Jordy, the first thing that jumps out at me is regret that I didn't have a chance to coach him longer, and help to develop him more. But following that, you know, I'm thankful. You know, so I'm regretful I don't have him longer, but I'm thankful I have him for the time that we did with just a year of on the floor. He's another one that provided us some great memories, some great enthusiasm and passion on the floor. And I think that, you know, he's another one that, even though he didn't have a long tenure here, I think people have some positive, you know, vibrations that go going through them when they think about a couple of the big games that he's had and the things that he contributed in his short time.
I got non-seniors to ask you about.
Oh, okay.
What
got a whole lot of those.
Shakur Houston, he's not really an above the rim player, but what makes him so good finishing around the rim?
Just his upbringing, I think, a little bit. You know, he's a tough kid. Mentally, he's driven. He plays with a purpose. I think anybody that just is out there and overthinking some things, they have a tendency to not get to the ball first. He doesn't have any fear, and he plays with a purpose.
You have had Amori sort of bring the ball up, initiate offense, even when Jordan Johnson's been out there a little bit. What do you see? What do you like out of Amori handling the ball?
Well, I want to start to, you know, give him that feel and that opportunity. You know, he's had good possessions and bad possessions doing it, but he needs the experience. I think as we get into this time of the season, you know, guys are tweaking their defenses. Other teams are tweaking their defenses to some of the things that we do, and so you have to have capable ball handlers outside of your primary ball handler. And he's one of them.
And then with Tervel, what do you think he can be in his entire career here at UNLV?
Position-wise, you mean?
No, just like as a player.
Oh,
like, what do you expect his career to be?
I think he'll have a great career. I think he's the kind of kid that, you know, the more you get to spend time with him, the more you realize how engaging he is. You look at his journey and his appreciation for being a Rebel. You know, when you're a fan of a program and you meet the players in the program and they're appreciative, they're not entitled, you embrace them a little bit more. And he has no entitlement at all. He's a humble, hungry, great kid that I think after 4 years of wearing the scarlet and gray, people are going to look back and go, you know, for a lot, he'll be a lot of people's favorite.
You've talked a lot about, you know, building a foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think you're at in that process with the guys you have here?
But I like the progress. It's never enough, right? And it never happens fast enough. But to do it right, it takes time. To do it right, you have to put the building blocks in position so that once you're successful, it has substance. You know, and you can win with consistency. I think if you look at some of the programs just in our conference and how long they took to get going, San Diego State, who's having a little bit of a down year, but was always at the tops. You know, Rodney Terry's been in the top with Fresno State here recently. It just takes a little time, you know, and I know that and I understand that, and I think that I made a very conscious decision to build this program a certain way, and that's what we're doing. And sometimes when you want a really, really solid building, you can't take shortcuts. And I think that the class of that we have here, the freshman class and the sophomore class, and the class of the recruits that we sign, the ones that we're having very, very high interest on, who I can't comment on right now. I'm excited about the guys coming in the 2019 also. So from a bird's eye view, I think it's moving. That's a long answer. I think from a bird's eye view, it's moving definitely in the right direction. Never fast enough for my expectations, but was definitely moving in the right way.
You behind the videos with Shakur and Mbaki that just came out?
Oh, I saw those. Those were. Am I behind making them? No, I wish I was. I thought they were pretty cool. I think our marketing department did a great job with those. They're fun, you know, and they're engaging, and they keep they show a little bit of the kids' personalities and stuff, and you know they're not celebrities, they're student athletes, you know, and I think anytime you get a chance to see a different side of them, I think it's pretty cool.
What do you think of Andy's acting skills?
I think he needs to go back to acting school, but I do like I do like the fact that he was willing to do it. I don't know that I would have.
Back to school.
Yeah,
Never been.
Back to acting school.
Yeah.
Oh, you never been?
No. Surprising.
That was evident. But I didn't realize that. So next question. What do you got, Mark?
One of the things you've
Mike,
been talking about all season, it seems like, is trying to get the players to realize how competitive this league is and how hard you have to compete in this league. You got a week left till the Mountain West tournament. Do you
Right.
feel like they're there? Are you confident you're going to get their top 100% every night now?
I think, you know, you got 2 games left, and so I thought that I had great effort. I thought we played with heart, but I didn't think we played very smart, which is part of the growing pains, right, on our last game. But I thought we hit a little bit of a valley with the 2 previous games. So for them to come with the type of effort necessary in a rivalry game, I'm not going to have to give them motivational speeches tomorrow, so I think we'll get the effort we need. Really, Saturday's game will tell whether they're going to finish this thing strong and play into in Logan in the way they need to get a win there. That's a tough environment to play in, but they played in probably the biggest 2, which was San Diego State and the Pitt now, and so the young guys, I think, have a feel.
What have you noticed that's different about Nevada with Lindsey Drew out?
Wow, they're not. I'm not going to say they're better, but they're different. They give you have different challenges because of the Martin brothers now are playing in different roles a little bit. Well, not Caleb as much. He still kind of is who he is, you know, which is a rock star in our conference. He's a really, really good player. I like his game. And then you look at what Cody has done now by having the ball in his hands more. I think lends to some of his attributes as a player. And I think he's a little bit more well-rounded than Cody, or at least from a offensive side in terms of some of the things that he can do. But they're both really, really talented guys, and I think they're, you know, part of our challenge. But you look at that and then you say, well, now Caroline, you know, has to dig down and step up in his senior year, and he is a senior, right? Caroline, right? Is he a junior?
Junior.
Yeah. Was he a JC guy?
He's Southern Illinois.
Oh, that's right. He was a transfer guy. Maybe I was hoping he was a senior. But he's another one who has some experience in the conference that understands, you know, when a guy's down, you got to step up. So it'll be another fun game, and hopefully we'll come out victorious.
Marvin, if you don't mind me just asking real quick, the NIT is going to try some rule changes. See what you think. One is going to 4 quarters, where 5 fouls get you the bonus. What do you think about that?
For the
The NIT.
Oh, you know, I I looked at the rules and I didn't really have a chance to process them too much, to be honest with you. So I probably shouldn't even comment on it until I have a chance to really think about it, because I just got it actually today in an email. So, but I was kind of getting ready for a game, so I didn't spend too much time on it.
Heading into these last 2 games, you guys you could finish in the top half or you could finish in the bottom half for the Mountain West tournament. Do you put a lot of stock in the difference between 3 games or 4 games in that tournament?
You know, whatever you end up doing, you got to do, right? I think that at this stage of the year, any program across the United States, you're either trending up or you're trending down. So whether you got to play 3 games or 4 games, it is what it is. We've created this bed, and so we got to sleep in it, no matter whether it's a bye or not. And so I just think the most important thing, first and foremost, as we grow the program, is that we teach these kids on how to play. You have winning time in a game that you've always heard me reference. Well, you got winning time in a season as well, and we're in winning time, which means that we've got to do things a little bit more, paying attention to details a little bit more, and execute, you know, while you're bringing the same level of energy. And that's for every game for the last few games that we have left here and on the road, and then back again at Thomas & Mack. We've got to see improvement. I think championship teams and culture do that towards the end of the season.
Jojo, what are your thoughts going into your final home game?
A little nervous, but I'm also a little excited. You know, my last time playing in the MAC, so it'll be good. You know, just trying to finish on the win.
What do you think of the videos that were put out with Shakur and Baki?
We actually watched Mbake's before the day of the game, before we played New Mexico, and I just saw Shakur's yesterday. But you know, it's kind of cool. You know, showing a little bit of their personality, so you know, it's a good thing.
Either one have any good acting skills?
Nah. They did good on the video though.
What would it mean your final home game? I know you got next week, but your final real official home game here to go out and beat your big rival.
I mean, obviously it'll be special, you know, for the city of Vegas. But I mean, I think as of now, I'm just thinking about, you know, how can we get better going into the Mountain West tournament. And I think, you know, if we do the right things, you know, the results will take care of itself.
When you look at your 2 years here, what sort of things do you take away from it?
Just learning. You know, I think I learned a lot, you know, from the coaching staff and the guys that I've played with. You know, and I think, you know, that all translate over, you know, during my pro career. So.
Do you anticipate any emotions, you know, during that pregame ceremony? How do you think you'll be feeling when, you know, they do all that stuff for you guys?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, you know, having my mom here that'll mean the most to me, you know, not getting to see her a lot, but I'll miss the fans, you know, just playing in the arena, you know, but right now I'm really just focused on how do I get, you know, these guys, you know, ready for the Mountain West tournaments.
So you don't think about, you know, the long, you know, sort of road that you took here, and now, you know, you finally, you know, you're sort of coming to the end, you're graduating your senior year at UNLV. Like, is that going to hit you at some point, or how?
Probably once the season is completely over, I might think about that. But you know, I like to live in the moment. And, you know, the moment right now is playing against Nevada, and then getting ready for Utah State, and then getting ready for the Mountain West tournament.
What's been your favorite thing this year about playing with Shakur?
You said my favorite?
Yeah.
Him realizing when he's not wrong and when he is wrong. You know, he'll go back and forth with you, you know, because he likes to get it right, you know, and if he feels he's not wrong, he'll let you know. So, I mean, it's always funny, you know, the way he interacts with guys.
Some of Nevada's players said last game you guys were trash talking during the game. Did you have any extra trash talk for that game the last time you played him?
No, I didn't say a thing. You know, I just went out there and played. So, I mean, if they heard something, I mean, maybe it came from, you know, someone in their stands. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Who's the best trash talker on the team?
Who's the best trash talker? Me. But that game, I didn't say anything. I just went out there and played.
Josh Alden said today that He won't say anything during the game, but after the game, the scoreboard will speak for itself.
I mean, I don't know. If that's how he feels, then the scoreboard speaks for itself.
I guess that's true whoever it goes, right?
Yeah, I guess that's every game.
When you know, you're, whatever reason, you've been the one player fans have kind of talked about the most, and maybe Brandon too. How would you describe your relationship with the fans?
I think my play style just, makes me an easy target. Fans here have they have things that they've seen over the years, and I guess I do some things they're not used to, and they just, sometimes they take it the wrong way, and it upsets them. I don't know. I'm not sure.
You seem like you would do anything to win a game. Has that just always been part of you?
Yeah, I'd do whatever it takes to win a game. Whatever. Yeah.
How are you feeling after taking that shot on the pump fake?
I was a little banged up, but that's every game I play in. I was more mad about free throw going in and out, but the ball doesn't always bounce your way. So.
You think there would be a team that doesn't bite on one of your pump fakes on the three-point line?
It's easier said than done, because I've bid on pump fakes with guys I know are going to pump fake, but it's just, heat of the game. Sometimes you don't even realize, the guy you're closing out on, you're just trying to, get out there to the man.
Thanks, Jojo.
Thank you.
Jojo said he's the best trash talker on the team. You agree with that?
Yes, I do. That's all they do is talk.
He seems like he's a guy who'll do anything to win a game. But how does that rub off on the rest of the teammates?
Jojo?
Yeah.
Just willing to sacrifice. Everybody's willing to sacrifice just to get the win.
Is he a vocal leader, or is he more of a leader by example?
More a leader by example, but sometimes he can be vocal.
How much would it mean to especially your final home game, to beat your big rival?
It means a lot, Get a win, Have us in the right spot at the right time.
What do you take from your time at UNLV? You're one of the two seniors on the team. What did you take from your experience here?
Great question. Learning how to be a leader, and knowing my teammates and building chemistry with my teammates.
Was this experience, everything that you thought it would be? Were you satisfied? What you expected coming in?
Satisfied, yeah. I'm pretty happy with the results.
Jojo, as you guys get closer to tournament play, taking Boise State to overtime at their place, beating Nevada on the road, do wins like that kind of give you guys, the confidence that you need to overcome kind of the losses that you guys have suffered?
Yeah, it does give us confidence to let us know that we can play with anybody in our conference and in the nation.